Who Killed Rexton? Or ¿Quién mató a Rexton? By Diego AGRIMBAU again. And this time he collaborates with a lot of artists. These 6 artists. And what's this about? A good thing that Argentinian comics have is that their books are just cover, title, who works in them, publisher, a biography of the people involved, but they don't really have like this 10 out of 10 book, the best you will ever read. So it is, in a way, you have to read what they write on the back of the book, and if it catches your attention, then you will buy it and you will read it. And this is the plot for this one. The famous comic writer Victor Rexton has died on suspicious circumstances. No one believes that he has tried to commit suicide, like the official version says. Everything points and that the guilty one is one of the artists who used to work with him. Each one of them has a motive of their own, and this is the plot that Cadmus, a one-man artist, he's a writer and an artist, and he does the drawings also. This is the plot that he has to solve. He is specialized on non-fiction, basically, and Rexton was a fiction guy. So he will have to collect 5 testimonies, from the other collaborators who were close to Rexton. And Cadmus also will have to give a testimony of his own testimony, and after all, he's another suspect on this case. So motives, there are a ton, but the pieces are missing. So reality and fiction, are confronted on this anthology where nothing is what it seems, where the truth is barely a lie, and that no one has discovered yet. Also, here is the catch, at least for me, was this one. This is Diego AGRIMBAU. If Cielo Alto was Diego AGRIMBAU trying to tackle on a time travel has have his spin on it, this one for me is Diego AGRIMBAU trying to do metafiction, like a Grant Morrison, like what Grant Morrison does in a way. So here is a writer and a real writer and 6 real artists meet to tell a story of a crime that involves a writer and a fictional writer and 6 fictional artists. It always is said that reality surpasses fiction. It's more than fiction, but Victor Rexton didn't agree with that, and Diego AGRIMBAU, who is the real one, either, and one of them paid with his life. So what we have here is, in a way, yes, it is an anthology, but all of this is just one big story, and each artist draws a part of this story, and each part is the testimony done in a comic way by each fictional artist. So it seems complex. It is complex, but when you read it, it is not really that complex. Each story, each anthology has some kind of pastiche or homage to a different genre, being the crime, the one that it is the predominant one. And each story solves some mysteries from the others and makes you plan new mysteries. In the end, everything gets resolved, and for me it was it's not even like 100 pages, and for me it was a really cool read. It is a really great comic. It is greatly. It has to be really difficult, to coordinate all this, and the results are just really good. It tackles on a lot of, it's a comic about comics, but and so if you know a lot of about comics, like the history of it in American comics, also in Argentinian, because at some point, for example, on the US, adventure comics like these sci-fi guys with ray guns and Tarzan and these pulp kind of guys. On Argentina, it wasn't the same. Like you have that coming like The Other Note. That's basically like an EC comic. So if you know about that kind of history, this book, you will like it a lot. And the publisher is Hotel de las Ideas. You can search, look up for Google them, go to their site. I think there's a digital version of this. If you can get it on physical, I recommend to get it on print. Maybe Fantagraphics could print this kind of books, because again, I think they are really good, and the English market is missing on some great stuff. For me at least, and this is, I don't really know, Rexton is like a Carlos Trillo figure. Carlos Trillo is an Argentinian writer. He's dead. He died on 2011, I think. And Diego AGRIMBAU, I have read some people compare him to Carlos Trillo, so maybe he took notice of this and try to make Rexton like a Carlos Trillo character. In a way, not fully Carlos Trillo. He is still a fictional character and has a lot of personality traits that are just to this character and not the real person. But again, for it to be less than 100 pages, every single one of these characters has a lot of personality, and that is really like on this one also such short stories and a lot of characters on the two of these stories, but still Diego AGRIMBAU manages to give every character personality and not make them so nothing. And again, another recommend, also this one, Diego AGRIMBAU, a writer to have on your list, because he's a really good one.